Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Legendary Apartment Brokers here in Kansas City. Today is Monday, June 15th, 2026, and this is the KC Multifamily Minute where I come to you every single week talking about all the new listings that have hit the open market here in the Kansas City metro, how they fit in for your 1031 exchange, how they fit in for active real estate investors, what class location it's in, rough price per unit, and maybe why you should or should not buy them. So first up, we got statistics here for you. And we've got 57 listings on Crexy. No, sorry, actually that's last week. Jeez. Let me get my numbers straight here. So it's actually going over here. All right, so on LoopNet, MLS, we have 67 total listings. 49 are available, which means 18 under contract. And we've got 3 new ones. That's a pretty big drop. Last week we had 56, 57 that were available to go out and get, up in the 70s as far as what was out there. So stuff has closed and not as much new stuff has come on the market, and honestly stuff has canceled because it just simply hasn't sold. So that's the MLS data, which is going to power your Zillow, your Redfin, your Realtor.com, Legendary Apartment Brokers, my website. And then over on Crexy, clicking over that real fast, they showed there's 57 listings over there, so also a drop. It was above 60 last week with no new listings in multifamily coming aboard here in the Kansas City metro. Just triple check, and we're going to zoom out, see if there's anything new across the wider area. So no. All right, so flipping back over to my website, legendaryapartbrokers.com, we do have 3 new listings to talk about. I'm going to first talk about this one in Lee Summit, Class A submarket, 4-plex, for $699,000. I do not believe there is an HOA in this location. I love this area. I love this 4-plex for just under $700,000. My guess is it's probably going to go dang near at or above asking price on it. But these are large units, if I recall correctly. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath for all units. Each one have a 1-car garage. This particular one's got some upgrades, of course. It was built in 1986, so what I would call newer construction. Fantastic opportunity for you to come out here and buy. My guess is there's probably some wood rot repair replacement needs to happen. Relatively minor costs. Maybe, who knows, might be need a new roof. I haven't studied it, but my point is on these kind of 4-plexes, you got to come in here and get them, be ready, cash in hand, or at least have, not necessarily cash in hand, but you got to have your finances lined up. You got to understand there's going to be work to do on these. Just give you an example, Overland Park, there's only been 53 sold 4-plexes in all of Overland Park that have been recorded on the MLS since 1999. 53 in 27 years, okay? So it's pretty dang rare. Lee Summit has a little bit more, maybe in the 50s, of course, smaller town. But my point is, you see a 4-plex, you got to jump on it. They're like gold. All right. Popping back over to my main part of my website here. Talk about rents on this. Again, like I said, Class A location. Perfect for 1031 exchange investors. You know you've got low owner expenses here moving forward once you get it stabilized. Rent should be $1,500, $1,600, $1,800 probably if you make them nice. So that should give you a great indication. If you get to $1,800, dang near close to the 1% rule, because again, they are a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And that's sort of the going rate for those on nice rentals in that location. All right. Zooming back out, we got 2 more listings we're going to cover quickly. One is very quickly. This is $825,000 for a property on East 27th. I don't do a ton of business over here. This is on the east side of 70, northeast side of 70. It's an all-brick 8-unit apartment complex. This has been redone. I believe this has been on and off market here in recent years. I think the reason why it really hasn't sold just because of the location. It's a fine property, fine building, pretty easy to understand, but location is not a lot of people's favorite opportunities. So if you got some questions about it, you want to see maybe why that may or may not fit in for you, reach out, Alex at legendaryapartmentbrokers.com. All right, so covering the final new opportunity here that's $500,000 plus in the market. This is my listing. It's not my property. It's my listing. It is, of course, I love it. I think it's a fantastic opportunity, probably the best opportunity on the open market. It's 4 duplexes all in one parcel It's listed at $792,000, right next to KU Med. Podcast listeners, you can see how close it is there. They're all 2-bedroom, 1-bath. They all have washer and dryer in unit. They have older roofs, in my opinion, looks like, which would be very, very cheap to replace, considering they're just very easy triangle style pitched roofs. You could really make these nice. I think I got pro forma rents in there, $1,250, something like that. But this is a fantastic opportunity to pick up 4 duplexes in a Class A- urban core submarket of Kansas City. I highly recommend checking this one out. I can't say enough great things about 3 of the buildings have everything separately metered, including water. In one building, for whatever reason, water is 1 meter for those 2 units. But should be a relatively low owner expense type property going forward. Go in there, increase rents, improve, do your minor improvements on the exterior, interior, make this a fantastic property for you. Okay? I'm not going to talk anymore today, guys. This is everything here on the open market in Kansas City, how it would fit in for your fantastic 1031 exchange, or if you're an active real estate investor, reach out, Alex at legendaryapartmentbrokers.com. We'll talk soon.